Hello, Beez Blade'ers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. First, thank you to my members on the channel. Thank you patrons on Patreon. And thank you for all my subscribers and all you guys, especially all you guys that leave a comment and all you gals that leave a comment in every video. You say hi, you tell me what you think about the knife, tell me what you had for breakfast. I don't care. I just love the freaking interaction with all you. And by popular demand, I'm bringing you guys another knife that's under 30 bucks. You know, I sound like a salesman, but they're awesome deals, right? And it's the holiday season and people are looking for stocking stuffers and for gifts. And not to mention, these are awesome knives to have for yourself. Throw in the tackle box, throw in the toolbox, you name it. So this is another knife that costs $26.99 on Amazon, and I will put a link in the description. If you watch my videos or if you're new to the channel, there's always a link in the description where you can get the knife. And if there's more than one link, I'll put more than one link. I usually will have an affiliate link, or listen to this, I have 10% off at White Mountain Knives, and they don't charge for shipping. 10% off White Mountain Knives, 10% off a KPL knife pivot lube that's used to make the knife work really well. Whooshing! And also Mojave Outdoors, 10% off at all those. Just check out all the stuff in the description. You'll get what I'm saying. There's knives, sharpening supplies, all the stuff I recommend is all down there. There's my little housekeeping. All right, so I'll tell you what. We're going to do the specs in less than 60 seconds, so let me do a little zoomage here. And the first thing we'll do right before the specs is I want to see how much this thing weighs because I have not weighed it yet. So I'm going to take a shot in the dark here. It doesn't feel super heavy. Kind of feels, I don't know, normal. I'm going to guess 4. 3.9. Pretty close, pretty close. It's kind of your average feel, you know. So I'm going to give you the specs here, and we'll do it in less than 60 seconds. Are you ready? Are you set? Let's go. So your total length from a tip to tip is 8.13 inches, and this is technically a drop point. It looks like a flat straight back, but it's really not. And the whole thing is stone wash. So the finish on this thing is pretty cool. You're not going to scratch it up. Or if you do, you won't notice it. Your total blade length and sharpen length are 3.5 inches right on the nose. And your blade width is 0.87 inches. Your blade stock thickness right here from here to here is 135 thousandths right up in here. And then your thickness behind the edge kind of trails from 12 thousandths up to 15 thousandths. And it's pretty consistent as it climbs. Your total handle length from tip to tip is 4.67 inches. Your close width right about right here is 1 inch. And the handle thickness is 0.39 inches. So it's a nice slender one. And your opening methods on this bad boy are pretty much flipper tab. You have cage ball bearings, and they're steel. Cage steel ball bearings in there. It's a frame lock. And we'll go over the rest. There you go. There's your specs. So let's get up here and check out the finish of this bad boy. You know, it looks really consistent all across the board. I mean, would y'all look at it? Just look at it. It's very consistent. Man, this is pretty cool. You know, I only have like maybe 1 or 2 knives with a metal handle. And this one, I mean, it's not going to show. You can just like toss it in the toolbox and you're not going to notice. You have T6 screws right here. And this back spacer, it looks like G10. Could be FRN, but it looks like G10. And there's your pocket clip. The pocket clip is a deep carry pocket clip. It looks like there's plenty of room there, and it's inset into the liner, so it's not going to grab onto your pocket. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And it's not reversible, so it's tip up, right side carry only. And look at there, you have a place for your lanyard. And they didn't put a hole through it, so it keeps up with the whole aesthetics. Makes it look nice and clean. So there's a spot for your lanyard. Get a look from this side. Now, if you guys follow my channel, you've watched my videos, the Band-Aid moved from this finger to this finger. I'm just moving them up a couple. You know, that's what happens when you review knives. So these are all T6 screws. And then your pivot is a T8. And you can see here, this is a frame lock. Very nice, very, very nice. So as far as consistency on your finish, man, it is great. Solid lockup. There's no lock, rock, blade play, any of those names you can think of. It is not moving. Let's see what our lockup is. Lockup is, I'd say about, what, 35, 40%? I'd say about 35, 36, 36.213. You know, you get what I'm saying. And looky here, nice pass through. comfortable. I don't have to dig my finger in there to disengage it. Ooh, that is nice. That is comfortable. Can we see, let me take a look here. Let's see if we can see these ball bearings. Maybe, maybe not. Can you see them in there? Let's look from the back side here. There we go. There you go. You can see your caged steel ball bearings up there in the pivot. Trying to get you just the right light. Very nice, very nice. And let's see, you can see our lock bar, our lock pin right there. It's what locks up your blade for you. That's pretty cool. And we are dead centered. I know this has been taken apart and cleaned by Q-Ball, and kudos. I mean, there you go. Rock solid. It's all set. Now, let's check out. Let's see. It does have a factory edge. Let me get a piece of paper here. It has not been sharpened. Let's see what it does with the factory edge. Ho, 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 yeah. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. Ah, there we go. Much better. Oh, yeah. Now, sometimes when I go to cut paper, I'll have the wrong angle. And then once I hit the angle that the blade is sharpened, oh, yeah. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see what this bad boy looks like going in and out of the pocket. All right, pretty nice. That's pretty cool looking. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's do it one more time. Let's see what it... So it grabs just a tad just because I'm doing this backwards, but yeah, I mean, it's sturdy. It's not coming out of your pocket easy. All right, let's do some size comparisons, give you guys an idea of how thick and how long this is. I'll leave the jokes up to yourself. You can fill in the blanks. Thank you very much. Please drive through. Here's the Spyderco Manix 2. We gonna focus? Come on now, focus. There we go. There's the Spyderco Manix 2 and the Spyderco Tenacious. Great starter knife. And what's another one here? Here's the Beez Blade'r 2. Looks just about exactly the same as that bad boy. The QSP Penguin. Pretty darn close. Pretty close. Now, I'm bringing one out that I haven't showed in a while. This is the Kershaw Leak. This is a very, very popular knife. It's been around for a long time. It is probably the most slender knife that I have. And here's the Civivi Riffle. Civivi Riffle's pretty darn close. I don't know why we're not wanting to focus today. There we go. All right, so I'm going to lay this bad boy out, put these next to it, and you guys can, hopefully you'll have one of these knives that I'm showing, and you'll get a good idea for how big or how small this knife is. Here's the Civivi Riffle. So, yeah, this is definitely a full-size knife for sure. For sure. Here's the Spyderco Manix 2. Yeah, love that one. Love it, love it. Definitely a full-size knife. It doesn't... That's the thing is you can't tell without size comparisons how big a knife is just by the picture. And, you know, you might see the measurements, but it's really nice to see it right up against another knife. Now, here's the Spyderco Tenacious. And you guys, if you have one of these, you know it's a full-size knife. So this is not a tiny knife. It's not a big knife either. It's, you know, it's right in the medium category. Here's the Beez Blade'r 2. And what's another one? Here's a really popular one, the QSP Penguin. And yeah, you can see you've got plenty more handle than the Penguin. And, you know, if you got the Penguin and turn the blade upside down, isn't that funny? They kind of look the same. How about that? That's really weird. Really weird. And just since I had it out, I'm going to show you the Kershaw Leak. Look at that little dude right there. Look at all that stainless steel happening. All right, let's check out the deployment and the fidget factor and the ergos of this bad boy, and we'll get it wrapped up for you guys. Now, before you do anything, don't forget, hit the subscribe button. You do not want to miss what's coming up on this channel. I'm telling you what. And on Friday nights at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time, 8:15 to at least 11:15. All of Friday evening, you come and hang out. There's a giveaway every Friday, and we have a freaking blast. This knife community gets better and better and better. All right, so deployment. There you go. Ooh, that's pretty good action too. So here's doing the push button. Nice and quick. And here's the light switch. And I read a bunch of reviews on Amazon, and it was getting rave reviews, positive reviews. This knife feels really solid. Easy access to the lock bar. It's really easy to unlock. Let's see how about left-handed? Any problems left-handed? No. So I like it when I can fidget with the knife with my left hand. So how about fidget factor? Fidget factor, there's not multiple deployments, but it's definitely easy to fidget. The action is pretty good. Pretty good action. It's not drop shut 100%, but there you go, look. Has great acoustics. So nice acoustics, pretty good fidget factor. There's not multiple deployment. Let's go over the ergos here real quick. Let me back out. So my hand from here to here is 4 inches. From here to here is 3.5. And from the bottom of my palm, base of my palm, to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. So here it is in my hand. Getting a grip on it, looking for hot spots. You know, that's not too bad. It has a deep carry clip, but the clip is kind of just clearing my hand when I'm choked up. So that's not bad. It has a little bit of jimping going on right here. The jimping, I mean, I wish the jimping was out a little further. If you're going to have it so I can get my thumb out there a little further. But I tell you what, this jimping, it's not aggressive. It's really grabby. It's doing its job. I think if you used it for a long time or were cutting cardboard all day long, you know, with any knife, but then you might start noticing that jimping. Other than that, it's definitely very grippy. Now, utility cutting, you're going to have some belly. You're going to have to lift it up a little bit to do utility cutting. So this knife does have some belly going on. You know, when I was first looking at it, I thought it was a straight back, but it's not. It actually drops right here. I put it against a straight edge, and you can see it's not quite a flat back. So the ergos, they're comfortable. The pocket clip, you know, anytime you have a deep carry pocket clip, you're going to feel it. It's not going to be the most comfortable thing in the world. There's a little bit of jimping going on right here on this back spacer. Kind of helps with the grip a little bit, but it's pretty darn comfortable for the price. It's not bad. Not bad at all. So, you know, all in all, what do I like about it? Pretty much for $26, $27, it's a pretty sweet knife. It looks cool. It has clean lines. It doesn't have stuff all over it. It's a frame lock. I don't have a lot of frame locks, and some frame locks I can't use with my left hand. This one is really comfortable. I'm able to open it and use it, deploy it, shut it with my left hand. I appreciate that. I mean, if I was nitpicking, let's see, do we have a sharpening choil? No sharpening choil at all. So when you sharpen this, you're going to be right there at the plunge grind, which actually is probably not a bad thing the way this is. You're just going to sharpen at an angle. So that's not a big deal. There's nowhere to really choke up on this knife. For $27, I don't really have anything to gripe about. Great action, great ergos, great price, has D2 blade steel, and for everything I've seen from Ganzo, and I'm not talking about 10 years ago, I'm talking about November of 2021. The steel's been coming back, doing a great job, and this thing is nice and sharp from the factory, hasn't even been sharpened. I think it's a good deal. Let me know what you guys think. I know you guys are eating it up, just absolutely loving these budget knives, and I am too. I am just really surprised. I have $100 knives, and then I have these $27 knives, and some of these knives are just knocking it out of the park. So do you have one? Do you want one? Tell me all about it. But in the meantime, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.